Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the Virgo reading for January 28th through February 3rd. I would like to welcome all the Virgos. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I also hope you guys have an amazing week. And with no further ado, let's get right into your guys' reading. Let's see what the universe has to say for the Virgos out there for January 28th through February 3rd. Just a couple more shuffles. Okay. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you guys are focusing on some healing this week. I feel like you're coming out of a more negative energy. I feel that you're reflecting on the pain that you might have experienced at some point. It could have been last week or during this week or at any time for that matter. I feel like you're reflecting on how this still could affect you still to this day, because many of us go through things in life and we think that we physically move on from things, and we think because we did that it's all good. And no, like, healing comes in layers. So I feel like you guys are starting to realize that, especially because you guys are earth signs. I feel like you guys could have moved away from a situation and thought it through, because you guys are intellectual signs as well. But I feel like maybe you didn't think through of how badly this could have really affected you, and still does to this day. And we have the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords, we have you guys clearly communicating how you feel. I feel maybe this was an experience that, maybe if you are not outspoken Virgo, maybe this situation caused you to speak more of your mind, but coming from a more clear place, so people can really get where you're coming from. I feel it's taking more, because this is a sign of Aquarius as well. Maybe you have some Aquarius in your chart, because you could be a Virgo, or you could have as many different, because we're all 12 zodiac signs anyway, but other planets could affect, I feel, Aquarius energy. And ironically, oh, that's why too, I forget, this is still it's Aquarius season. So I feel like this season is kind of helping you gather yourself together, even though Virgo is not an air sign. But I feel like because Virgos are earth, and this still has to do with the mind, so I feel like this energy still helps you work through your issues better, compared to when it's a Pisces season, for example, which is the opposite sign. So we have the Death card here, and we have the Four of Wands reversed. So yeah, something definitely ended, especially with the Death card here. This was a great transformation that took place. And this was from a place of where once was a happy home isn't anymore. And I felt like that really shook you guys up. And maybe you wasn't communicating your wants and needs clearly, or the person that you was around wasn't doing it either, and it could have caused a lot of harm, pain, and injury to you because of that. So I feel like this experience definitely transformed you, and it's the new beginning with the Fool here. That is beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of endings going on, but I feel like people are going to start seeing the beginning start to manifest. I feel that is beautiful, especially after the Death card. And we have the World here. So this was a major cycle, Virgo, that you have closed in your life, I feel. And now you're coming after the fact of the healing, and you're looking at how you transform, and looking at the new beginning that you're in, and the universe is saying you have closed that cycle. That is beautiful. It could have been a karmatic lesson for you as well, especially with the Nine of Wands. This was definitely something that hurt, but I feel like you're definitely looking at it in another way of how you could be better from it. Because, Virgos, they like to analyze, so they're going to analyze ways to make that work for them. Even though it hurt them, it's like, how can I make this work for me? How can I have a productive way of dealing with these feelings? So let's see with one more card. And we have the Queen of Wands. So with the Queen of Wands here, you're focusing on, you could be a male or a female. You're focusing on what makes you passionately happy. I feel like you're more in a creative energy. After all this, emotions and the Three of Swords and the death, like you're ready to go into the new beginnings and actually create, especially with the wands, since it's a feminine energy. But we all have masculine and feminine energy, but I feel like for the Virgos out here, you're communicating in a masculine way that's not too overly emotional. But however, you're going after your passions like a feminine energy does. That's actually pretty beautiful. So let's see why the Three of Swords is in reverse. Three of Wands. So I was saying, like, looking at how you've grown from the situation, analyzing it. And that's exactly what you're doing with the Wands part. You use it to your advantage and look at how you have grown since this incident, since this transformation. You might actually appreciate that it happened because it puts you in a better place. So then we have the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like maybe you guys were thinking about ending this situation anyway. And even when it ended, you look at the growth, and when the communication happened that it was over, maybe this was a secret wish contentment for you because now you can move on. So this person maybe have pushed you too far or pushed you away, and you have healed from that, but you also look at in hindsight like, wow, you actually did me a favor by communicating that to me. I've realized that that is a wish contentment because that's probably why the Four of Wands is in reverse. Because you're glad that that died off and you're ready to go into new beginnings. So let's see why the King of Swords is here. We have the Ace of Cups. So we have you guys focusing and communicating self-love this week. I've been seeing that a big theme recently as I've been doing the readings. Ooh. And we have the Ten of Swords. So like I was saying, you were happy that this ended because now you're on to the next thing anyway. So I feel like, let's see what this ending was. Why is the Ten of Swords here? So I can elaborate more on that. Why is the Ten of Swords here? We have the Seven of Swords, deception, and Eight of Pentacles. So this definitely came out that this person could have deceived you, was caused you to move on, but you found it as a wish contentment because you looked at it and analyzed it in a way that's probably like, you know what, that wasn't my bad, that was your bad. The fact that you could even treat someone like that, that shows a lot about you, and that doesn't say about me. So I'm going to keep it moving and focus on myself and leave this and deception in the past and work on my new beginning and close this cycle with you that I experienced so much pain, and focus on my creative passions, what makes me happy. That's beautiful. Let's see why the Death card and the Four of Wands is here, reversed. We have the Two of Cups. So yeah, this was definitely, I feel, a relationship. Usually I don't do love readings. I just read the energies. If I feel it's more business or career, I say that. But if I see a majority is actually had to do relationships, I say that. But this is definitely a relationship one, I can tell. Especially, this was definitely confirmation with the Two of Cups. This was definitely a big ending that definitely transformed you, but it was necessary because it was a karmatic cycle you had with this person. I feel like it had to go through one final tower moment, even though the tower's not here. But even though it's not, when you see a Four of Wands, that is like the tower, because your structure is still falling to pieces. Especially with the Death card, I see the tower knock stuff over to build anew, and it kills off whatever is unnecessary. So I feel like this was definitely a relationship that could have started holding you back as well. Let's see why the Fool card is here. Woo. So we have the Six of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands twice, and the Six of Cups. So while you guys are moving victoriously into the new beginning, you guys might have a couple moments during the week where you reflect on the past. But however, since it's paired with the Nine of Wands, if you do have some good memories, I feel like it's going to quickly be replaced by that Three of Swords energy, because since it's upside down, it means you forgave the situation and is moving on from it. But however, you realize why you left in the first place. So you may be like, oh, I remember we went to the mall, or oh, I remember when we did this. But then you remember how it ended, and it's just like, never mind. I'm going to critique. I'm going to keep moving on into my new beginning. That's beautiful. Let's see why the World card is here. World card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is also known as the single card. You guys are out here single, loving yourself. I don't really feel you're looking for another relationship. I really feel like you're focusing on what you want to do with your own life. This took a lot out of you, so I don't even think a relationship is really even anywhere near your mind. See, the Ten of Wands, yeah. So now that you walked away from this situation and you're on your own, you're able to drop these wands, the burdens that you felt with this person, and leave the situation behind. Great job, Virgos out there. If this is you and you got out of this situation, and if it was karmatic, I won't give you a clue how it's karmatic. If there is not continuous peace. Now, peace is not going to be every day, no. But if it's like every week, every day is something toxic, you guys are arguing, you guys are yelling, and it's never peace, you just always feel anxious, and it keeps going and going and going and going and going, I feel like that's definitely a sign of a karmatic situation. So I feel like if this is you out there, leave this person behind. I can't tell you what to do, of course. I can't tell you. But only you know who this person is. But from the cards, I would see if the universe has been showing you signs and synchronicities it's time to leave this behind, then I would definitely suggest that you do. But however, it's your own personal decision. So let's go into why the Nine of Wands is here. So we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like it could have actually been another person that came in between the stability with you guys with the Three of Pentacles, I feel. Maybe that's what also ruined it. But I'm going to just see why the Three of Pentacles is there. The Four of Swords. So if this wasn't a situation where it was someone else involved in your relationship, because I look at the Ten of Pentacles as something that two people build, and the Nine of Wands is there, and the Three of Pentacles is here, I feel like you guys are really reflecting on that if that was the case. But also, if that's not, I feel like you're probably rethinking about the people you allow in your life that could possibly mess up the Ten of Pentacles for you and also cause you hurt and pain as well. So I feel like you guys are really reflecting on how to catch people like this, so next time you don't have to go through that. So let's see why the Queen of Wands is here. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Two of Swords. So let me just clarify why the Two of Swords is here. Okay, that's shot out. So we have the King of Wands. So we have a pair. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you could have had thoughts of leaving this person behind in the past anyway, but it was an on and off energy. Because you felt very passionate about this person, but however, I feel like you finally made a decision and got off the fence and decided to be the king and queen of wands to yourself, which is a beautiful thing. Be the king and queen to yourself first before you try to seek that. Before you look for a whatever you look for, be that for yourself, as I always say. So Virgos, I hope you guys have an amazing week. This despite the Ten of Swords, the wands and everything, however you guys, I feel closing a major cycle for those out there that this resonates with. And you guys are definitely on to new beginnings. It may not look like it, I know, but I do feel great things is ahead, because usually great things usually come after the greatest heartbreaks. So thanks for watching my video, Virgos out there. Bye guys.